I see Farron really likes that Sonic game. We good? It looks like we're good. Cool. We're starting a little bit early. Why does this say no signal? Oh, because the stupid thing went out. The display timed out. Make sure it comes back. Yeah, it came back. All right. Cool. Since we're starting a little bit early, I thought I would do something a little bit different. I tested this a little bit beforehand, but hopefully it's the audio is good. While people filter into chat, figured we'd I noticed that I don't normally record anything like this with my Corsair, but I noticed that OBS has built-in compression. Like I put compression in there, and between the directional mic on the headset and the compressor, if I move while I'm playing, it has this really weird like phaser effect. Hey folks. It's about enough of that. Oh, how is everybody today? Tonight, this morning, this evening? I'm at my other computer right now. Hopefully the screen doesn't go black. And hopefully I have the mic set up right so that when I mute to cough or whatever, it doesn't cough in your guys' ear. Okay. Enough faffing about. Oh, let's get this show on the road. Oh, I need my drink. Okay. Dude, it is hot in here. I gotta turn the AC on or something. It is like, it's really humid. It's because all you guys are here. The room is filled up. It's morning at 8 a.m. Everybody's good? Good, good. So, a couple things about this stream. This stream it might be short depending on how things go. And this is going to be the last Distro Delves Encore for a little while. For a couple different reasons. For starters, I don't think that every episode really needs or has enough interest in there being an encore episode, and it's a pretty big time sink for me because I have to plan around it. And I basically can't prepare for another distro all day because the last time I used this system right here that we're looking at is the last frame of footage on the Distro Delves episode. So when I'm done recording, I turn this off and I turn it back on only for this encore episode. So this computer has just been sitting here waiting for this episode for 24 hours or whatever. So that means my velocity decreases. And something else I want to do for the encore episodes, because they're not going away, I'm just gonna chill out on them. Let's do GitHub. We've got a lot of distros to look at, and I have to keep up a certain velocity to get through them all. because when new releases come out, people want me to look at them. We have 23 issues in here. Look at this. Like, and I've been organizing them into projects. Everybody can see this. I'm not logged in, so this is open source, as it were. And so we just wrapped up we just wrapped up Silverblue. There it is. It's at the top. Oh, I haven't even closed it yet. Thought I had, but apparently I haven't. Yeah, currently Open Egee. Yeah, exactly. Open Egee. That is exactly right. So this was Silverblue was requested back in April, and it's June. So like 2 months later, almost 2 months later, I'm getting to this. So I need to keep up a certain velocity to get through it, to get through this backlog. So yeah. Next up is Kde Neon when the new version releases, and I was working on Arco Linux before I started working on something else. I can't remember, but yeah. So that's that. What's your personal preferred distro or package manager in desktop environment? That's a great question. That is a really good question. It is KDE, and for the package manager, probably Pacman or Zipper. I don't like apt. I don't hate DNF, but it's got too many problems for me to want to use. And yeah, I mean, there's things I like and dislike about Pacman. It's really fast. That's why I like it. It's really fast. Okay, so let's try to install these NVIDIA drivers, shall we? So when I looked it up before, I found this article by one of the developers who think I think it's really funny because it starts out, he's patting himself on the back here. He goes, I really like how Fedora Silverblue. That's like saying, you know, I really like how Distro Delves covers all these distros. Like, it's just weird because it's like like if I were to say, you know what, guys, I really like the Distro Delves series. I like the way the videos are produced and stuff. It's weird because I'm patting myself on the back, like I'm just complimenting myself. So it's weird that this blog literally opens up with, I really like how Fedora Silverblue. Yeah, I would hope that you like the things that you build. It's like, you know what, guys, I hate Distro Delves. I hate the episodes. I hate the I just I don't like Distro Delves. Like, it'd just be weird. Yeah, insert Obama giving a medal to himself. Oh, this is fun. What happened to not having to restart your update, like to update stuff? Isn't that one of the big things at Silverblue is like restart and update? I don't know. That seems silly. Yeah. F Distro Delves. Some people say that. So he's like, this doesn't look easy to me, especially when we start dicking around with blacklisting modules and stuff. Like, if this screws up, I'm not going to have a display. So if this somehow gets messed up, we're just going to jump straight to the OS destruction portion because I'm not going to try to recover it if this goes bad. I've followed enough instructions like this and had them go bad to know that if you have to install something using just like I'm literally going to copy these word for word. And like, how is this better? I don't understand. I just don't. So we'll start off by copying some terminal commands straight from a web page. I should have timed this. Time is one of my favorite commands. Is time a GNU thing? Where does this come from? Is this a GNU or BSD thing? This is such a great thing. Yeah, it's a GNU thing. Good old GNU. That's crazy. Well, if the display breaks, how are we going to see how it's going to get destroyed? Well, we'll have a TTY. If the display breaks, it just means that the drivers are hosed, and I'm not going to try to recover it. I'm just going to wreck it. On the plus side, at least there's prior snapshots. Yeah, I don't know how to recover them though. I'd have to figure that out. That's something that isn't like, if you were to use something like this as your daily, you would have to learn a whole new tech stack. I don't know. It's the way that it's talked about and promoted that gets me. Like saying, "Hey, I'm really excited about this new technology. It could be the future," is one thing, but being like, "This will be, without question, the future of Linux," is more than a little pompous, I think. Good, we have Nano. I hate Vim and I hate Vi. I'm really happy that there are people that like it, but I don't. I don't want to learn a bunch of hotkeys. Why is it like, okay. Are at the moment, so we'll enable that for now. What should I go to the? Should I just go to RPM Fusion? You think? I think this blog post is not very informative. Let's do. What is this? I don't know where this came from. Did I open this? There again for me to. You refuse to use GNOME. What do you use, Instant Curry? I thought you used GNOME. GNOME seems to be the default for folks. Are there special instructions for Silverblue? I remember I glanced over this. Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna try to follow this. If this is a mistake, let me know now. Because these, like, this is like, what is this? I don't even know what this is. So we'll enable that for now. And it's just a vi command that says change enabled to 1. Like, what does that mean? I don't know what that means. Change like this, you mean? Are in update testing. Okay, that's what he means. So I'm confused about this because isn't etc part of the root file system? I just changed it. I just modified this file. I don't understand. Like, this whole process is dripping with confusion. Oh, shoot. I'm doing for Fedora 19, damn it. Ah. I hope I didn't just hose it up. Oh, boy, there's a lot here, too. Again, why you shouldn't, like, just copy commands from the internet. But if that's the idea of easy, then okay. You use KDE Instant Curry, you just want your themes to work? I think that they like saying the word immutable. So when I was working at this company called Shiftwise, which I've mentioned a lot in the past, there was a term that was brought up so often that it lost meaning, and it was idempotent. And to be honest, I can't even think of what the hell it's supposed to mean. It's kind of like immutable. It's like some sort of identifier or something, but it was used all the time. Idempotent or something? What the hell does that even mean? I spelled it right the first time. Denoting an element of a set which is unchanged in a value when multiplied or otherwise operated on by itself. What kind of a description is that? So he's doing a review. So that's where you have made a mistake. What is that? 5 words into your comment. So he's doing a review. And he's asking fans how to do this stuff. Yeah, I thought like interacting with the chat was what you were supposed to do on stream. Is that not correct? Maybe maybe I'm screwing up here. Hold on, I'm gonna close the chat and just try to like do this, live, but not really. I'll ignore you. So I want to point out that we have to reboot. Like I'm not. I'm trying not to be snarky, but it's hard not to be when there is so much noise from people who are like, this is how things should be done. It's immutable. You don't have to reboot your computer to change stuff. All this other stuff. And right there, it was like, oh, now that you've enabled these repos, you have to reboot. Like, that's worse than it was before. Like on Ubuntu, if I enable a PPA or something, I don't have to reboot. Why am I having to reboot here? And I get that there's OS tree and there's different layers and stuff. Like, I get it. That's fine. But if that's the case, don't say that that you don't have to reboot and that it's immutable, all this shit, because it's not. Like the definition of what immutability is like losing its meaning really fast. You have to reboot to apply the new layer. Okay, then don't say that you don't have to reboot then. Like, that's fine. If that's how the operating system works, that is fine. But stop telling people that you don't have to reboot and all this other shit, because you do. Oh, man. You have to reboot because it's immutable. Login requires reboot. Okay. Installing the driver. So this is the old version. Now that I've enabled, I mean, this is basically just going through RPM Fusion. So this is the first hit when you Google how to do something. Like, it's, well, it was. What is it? Back here? Yeah, it's the first hit, and the instructions are like questionable. Isn't there another? Yeah, this one is absolutely awful too. This one is just as bad. He wants you to blacklist the open source driver and stuff. Like, look at this. When you type in NVIDIA drivers on Fedora, the first hit you get is all of this just crap. Blacklist. Okay, so here's the thing. If you follow this step and you screw something else up, your display is gone. And if you're a new user, you're hosed. Like, I remember this very thing happened to me. I don't know how many times. I'm getting my feet wet in with Linux, and I'm following instructions from a website, and I just get completely hosed. So can we just like dive in the deep end and start installing the drivers now? Or did I miss something? I probably missed something. Rice, a reboot requires a reboot. Downloading the ISO requires a reboot. Okay, look, we're getting somewhere. Okay. We're getting somewhere. I gotta, like, my window is making it difficult to read the chat. There. Okay, what's going on here? Moving the mouse requires a reboot. Never mind it. So something else I want to do is let's try to install htop and stuff in the toolbox. Don't, like, okay, so sure. Oh boy, we gotta download some stuff. Plugging in a display requires a reboot. It's got to mount the, I don't know. I don't know. It's got to mount something. Who needs a driver? Just drive it yourself. The toolbox is just from what I understand, it's a convenience wrapper around Podman, which is basically, it's like some people thought that they could do Docker better, so that's what they did basically. So toolbox is a wrapper around Podman, and it's an interesting idea. But I don't hate the idea and concept. I hate how it's promoted. Oh, this'll change your workflow. It's just like, think of it as like a Python virtual environment and an easy way to create them and manage them. I mean, that's a gross overgeneralization, but that's basically what it is. So to say, oh, you'll just use Toolbox and create all these containers to do all of your work, for a developer that needs a clean room for each thing he's working on, sure, yeah. But for the end user, no. Absolutely not. Not in any universe would that be the case. It's ridiculous. I'm not really a big fan of containers in general, so I'm not the target like user for that. Toolbox looks like a virtual machine front end. I mean, it is basically. Oh my god. I think most of this video is just going to be us sitting here waiting. Let's try to get GNOME software going. Hey, look at this! How about that? It didn't do this a single time when I was recording. It didn't look anything like this. It was just this section here. Like this whole top section was gone. So does that mean that we can search for stuff on FlatHub? Hey, look at that. Now everything is working. It apparently works now. It's slow as hell, but it works. Yeah, look at that. Cool. Well, that's good. I don't know what changed. I guess turning it off and leaving it turned off for a while somehow fixed it. I don't know. Seems to work now, though. Literally watching this from Silverblue. It was working earlier, and you even mentioned it in the chat out of surprise. Oh, when I popped it open, I didn't notice it. That sounds like a me thing. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Sudo option not permitted. We're off to a great start. Looks like something I'd see in a snap. It's trying to make system calls and it's not allowed to. Delphin is great. Remove hot plugging. Oh, DNF is slow as ever. Look at this. Why does everything take so long? What am I trying to install? HTOP? Look at this. This is ridiculous. You remember him because he's also from Morocco. So what should we do while we wait? I don't even know. Should I get the guitar out again? Oh, here we go. Oh, I have to reboot again. Silverblue is supported. Please follow the configuration. I think we've already done this, right? So that succeeds. I'm assuming I've already... Shit, I should have done this first. I should not have followed that. I should not have followed this business. I think this may have screwed me up. Oh well, let's go for it. If using, are we using CUDA? I don't think so. This might not be needed. So should I not run this? They're making a new release that requires a reboot. I mean, let's do this, I guess. I don't know. This feels more complicated than it actually was. Like at the end of the day, I guess it was like 3 commands. Installing NVIDIA. I think this is like 3 commands though. It wasn't that bad. These blog posts and stuff make it seem like it's this huge deal. Well, I guess this one isn't that long, but I don't know. Well, maybe it's not that bad. I still wouldn't call this easy. This is not what I would call easy, but it's not as bad as Clear Linux. I may have, or yeah, Clear Linux. I may have overstated in the Distro Delves episode. That blog post is by, no, it's not. Which one? This one? This isn't. This isn't Baby Wogue. What are you talking about? This is one of the big Fedora devs. Well, well, well. Ah! Oh God. Where is this taking me? Babydora.me? This looks sketchy. You should bring out the guitar and play copyrighted covers. I don't think that it would pick up the stuff. I have to go walk over by the amp. That amp is actually battery powered. Believe it or not. There you go. What is happening? Look at my CPU. What the hell is this? Oh, it's building. Okay. Now it's building. Okay. So the question is, can I call htop from outside the toolbox? Or another question, if I want to install NeoFetch, would I do it inside this toolbox or another toolbox? Is it source based? No, it has to compile that because it's a it's an AK mod, AKD mod or whatever the hell it is. That's normal though. It's spaghetti. The code is, or the steps are, the source is. What's spaghetti? Oh my god. Why is everything so slow? See, once DNF gets going, it's pretty good. But like, why use this over normal Fedora? If you have workloads that need to be sandboxed, like some of the work that I'm doing, it would actually be kind of useful to be able to just like spin up one of these containers. But I could do practically the same thing inside of a LXD container. So all Toolbox is, from what I understand, is a convenience wrapper around Podman. So you could take the same concept and apply it to any container technology. It's nothing really special. Like it's handy, but it's not like they're trying to use Toolbox to increase the adoption rate of Podman is really what it comes down to. So I mean, and that's fine, but it's not revolutionary like they like they say it is. Like, it's fine. It's just I don't know. I'm not impressed basically. Like I'm a DevOps developer and I'm not that impressed. It's like I'm mainly unimpressed because of how they promote it. Like it's this new big thing, and it's like this isn't new or big. It's just a thing. It's like if Docker came out with Docker Compose and was like, look at this brand new thing. It's so cool. It'll help you orchestrate all this stuff. And if you've never used Docker, using a YAML file to orchestrate everything is really cool. But then you realize that it's just a wrapper on top of existing technology. It's not really it's not a thing. It's not as exciting as they're making it sound like it is. Baby Wogue had a video about NVIDIA drivers. Is that right? Truth be told, I don't really watch very many. I think that out of all of the Linux YouTubers, I watch Baby Wogue the most. But I don't know if I've seen that one. I don't think I watch anybody else. Like on the Egee channel, I don't really watch stuff on this channel. But yeah, I'm not really big on watching Linux YouTube. I'm big on making it. I'm not big on watching it. I just don't like the content. I don't like the. I've gone on rants about this before. Okay, so we're gonna reboot and we're gonna see if the system dies. Basically, this could be the end right here. We're 30 minutes into the episode. This could be the end. Should I get the guitar out? What do you think? Since the amp is battery powered, I could bring it over here and like just set it on the table. I don't have an acoustic to play or anything. What are you doing still using Blender for, Rice? Okay. So the BIOS, the motherboard vendor screen is resized. That could be good or bad. Is it guitar time? Oh, 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 hey. Let's see. All right, I'll tell you what. If it was really this easy, I'm gonna write a Medium post correcting the Distro Delves episode. Okay. This is way easier than those blog posts make it sound like it is. So I will take this opportunity to write a post on my Medium to correct the bullshit that I said on the episode, because what I read made it sound way more difficult than this. This was like a piece of cake. I mean, it wasn't like I said, this wasn't exactly easy, but it wasn't difficult either. If anybody ever wanted to know why I disabled likes on the regular videos, I wrote a piece about it. You can read it here. Cool. Okay. So, yeah. So this at some point this weekend, I will post a new Medium article correcting what I said in the video because I was incorrect. That happens sometimes. And the thing to do is to correct your mistakes. And that's what I will do. So, NVIDIA. Now what do we do? I have some ideas. We're already 30 minutes into the episode, though. We don't have a ton of time. But let's try that Red Eclipse game. Not Red. What the hell was it? It was like Chaos? Chouse? Yep, Total Chaos. Yeah, let's give this a try. That's. You want me to play that Sonic game? Which one? The karting game, or I'll play that tomorrow. Or I don't know. What should I be like? What should I be like? What should I play tomorrow on the Tumbleweed stream? I was thinking about playing that itch.io game with the cats, or we could do SRB2 kart. Sonic Roboblast. All right. So I'm pretty sure that this H-top. Whoa! Which H-top? That's going to be user bin. Have I played Zero AD? Of course I have. The only downside is that you can't do races offline? What do you mean? Like there's no AI or something? I don't know what that means. I should have done Sonic Roboblast first because this is like 2 gigs. It's like a 2 gig download. I don't know if we're gonna make it. Let me try styling things while this downloads. I think I may have screwed up here. Let me cancel it. Let me go get the controller. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Can you install Snapd in it? No, I can pretty much promise you that you cannot. Well, if you can add external repos, maybe you can. That would be too funny. You outright don't have the option to race with CPUs instead of going online playing with real people? What? Who asked that? Salem or Salim? Holy smokes. It is installing Snapd. GNOME terminal is a disappointment. I don't think so. I think it's alright. I actually like the GNOME terminal quite a lot. I just arrived and you installed NVIDIA. Yeah. Giovanni? Is that you? Can you install LexD too? Yeah, we'll give it a try. Yeah, we'll definitely give it a try. I'm gonna write an article on Medium correcting the mistake I made in the episode saying that it was difficult to install the NVIDIA drivers, because it wasn't. Just all the instructions I found made it seem like it was way more work than it actually was. This was like a piece of cake. What am I gonna look at? Can you compile Godot in one of those containers? Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna try to I'll try to compile a snap. Maybe I should do that on every episode just to pat myself on the back. I'm a maintainer, apparently, of a snap on the Snap store. So if you try to use said snap and you have an issue with it, yeah, you come to me and I'll fix it for you. What was I gonna do? I was gonna connect the Bluetooth thing. But can you exit Vim? Yeah, I hit the reboot button on the computer to get out of Vim. It works every time. There's like some weird key combinations that you can press, but I just hit the reset button and we're good. Uh-oh, it's doing that shit where it says it's connected, but it's not. Maybe second time's a charm? Alan Pope is Alan Pope confirmed? I don't know. What do you mean? Is he confirmed? Like, is there a party? Has he RSVP'd to it? What does that mean? Oh my god. Amateur, it's obvious that you're hitting the close button. So I'd say that the theme from my experience with Silverblue is everything is slow. What is DevOps? Uh-oh. Now that's a question. I always wonder how many people that I've worked with are lurking in chat, because I've defined this many, many times, and everybody that I've worked with has heard me try to explain what DevOps and QA and all this other stuff is. But I think that the correct answer for the what is DevOps question is DevOps is a philosophy, not a position on a team. Is that right? Is that how it goes? Something along those lines? But in general, DevOps usually deals with its development and operations. So it's kind of like a weird overloaded term, but you can look at it as a traditional sysadmin that does development. So instead of logging into like a console and pushing buttons and creating servers and resources from like a UI, you do it all from, the terminal through code or configuration management or something like that. Like that's one way of defining DevOps. But if you look at it from a philosophy perspective, the idea that infrastructure and the platform that the application and product runs on is just as important as developing the product itself. So you have developers that are writing code, whether they're making microservices, databases, or whatever. They're also writing code for the infrastructure. So and there are a lot of dedicated tools for it. Like when you have configuration management, there's Ansible, there's Salt, Puppet, Chef. Those are probably the big ones. Canonical has one called Juju. It's a little bit different than configuration management, but it's the same general idea. There's also Mass, another Canonical product. And then there are dedicated DevOps tools for building and provisioning. Like Terraform is one that I use all the time. Packer is another one that I use all the time. Not as much as Terraform, but yeah. So DevOps, it's something that I do, something that I'm good at. I guess I'm good at. I don't know. I keep getting hired for it, so I must be at least kind of good at it. All right. You guys want to play with maps? Oh, I bet it'll work now that I've got the NVIDIA drivers. Or not. Okay. I guess we'll never see what gnome maps is. It's just like they're just trolling. They just added it. They just added it for fun. It doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. Maybe the launcher isn't even hooked up to anything. It's just like an icon that looks cool. But now people treat it as a position. DevOps is defined differently everywhere, basically. Everywhere considers DevOps kind of, whatever. Oh, this isn't cart. This isn't the one we wanted. By the way, I'm playing with a controller. It is not much better, to be honest. In fact, it might be a little worse. Whee! Unfortunately, this was not the Sonic I was looking for. Why on earth is that pause? This is the right trigger. Okay, had about enough of that. You can configure. I mean, I know. I can rebind it and stuff. That's what the guy that quoted the term says that it's meant to be. What was I installing? Oh, Snapcraft. Lexd. Oh no, I installed Snap. Oh no 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 no. I want to install. There we go. I hope I didn't just screw things up. Probably not. So I don't know if I want to wait for this, to be honest. I'm kind of interested in the Snapcraft thing. Let's download this really quick. Well, let's reboot and then we'll download that because I can get the rest of my development tools from. Well, I need Git. Well, if we have tar, I guess that'll be fine too. I want to try compiling a snap. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to install XD from Snap. I'm going to install Snapcraft from Snap too. I'm going to try. All right, should we get the guitar out while we wait? I almost don't have time. What is happening here? There you go. And that's the extent of my guitar playing. Just play between system reboots. Try to mix it up. It's clipping. What do you mean it's clipping? Oh, the audio is clipping? That's probably the compressor. This stream rocks. I agree with you. This stream does rock. Or it is rockin' or something. That's an electric guitar, yes. An electric guitar. Okay, cart. Cart with a K. All right, so that's going. Let's see if we can interact with Snap. Oh, wow. Oh. Uh, is this backwards? I always forget how to do links. It's probably backwards. What the hell? I wonder if this works at all. I don't know if classic snaps will work. Does my guitar have Linux drivers? No, but my mixer works fine. That would make the use of Silverblue a little bit better. You can't use snaps on Silverblue? Why? What do you use for audio editing? Always Audacity. I always only use Audacity. For better, but mostly for worse. I'm excited to try to use this. Well, Fedora Silverblue is light years from ready, at least on the perspective of gaming. I mean, I saw several blog posts and people doing videos of like, hey, you can game on this. Okay. Hey! What's hearsay? Or heresy? What thing is heresy, Rice? Kdenlive for audio editing. Hey, you know what? Kdenlive, the old school versions, I edit all of my videos with Kdenlive 18.12. The old version before they revamped the UI. And it's pretty okay. It's buggy, sure, but it's the bugs I know. Good morning, Memorizable. Are we going to launch this, or what are we doing here? There we go. Waiting for server to restart. Uh-oh. Oh, you didn't sleep? Oh, it can't create the required symbolic link on an immutable file system. Why doesn't it error out, though? Why doesn't it tell me to GTFO? Is there internet? I think so. What's an immutable system? It means that you can't change it, basically. It's a fancy way of saying you can't change it. What the hell is going on here? Okay, it's A. That's cool. Can you jump? What did I do? Okay, what happened? what the hell, dude? Okay, how do I jump? This is a million times better with a controller. Wow. Okay, that's that. Why does this keep happening? What am I doing wrong? How do I like drift? Wow. Did I do that on purpose? Like what happened? Okay, that is on okay. I got it. Wow, man, this is like really solid. It hasn't reset, so I don't know if the game was getting mad at me or what was going on with that. Wow, this is really fun. Uh-oh. Every time you push pause, it immediately restarts. Oh. Huh. It's 5 a.m. to me, though you were gonna sleep, but you noticed the stream was starting. We're gonna be going. We're not gonna be going for too much longer here. Not that's not a encouragement to for people to dip out, but these Distro Delves streams aren't very long. And I should mention again that this is going to be the last Distro Delves Encore for a while, because I basically can't do anything with any other distros until the Encore. So I released the video yesterday, which means the Distro Delves PC is just sitting here for like a day while I wait to do the Encore, because I obviously can't like install something, record some footage, and then reinstall Silverblue to do this live stream. So it's kind of thrashy, and I want to get through the Distro Delves, like the list that you guys have created for me, in a timely manner. So we're gonna put a hold on these Encore episodes for a little while. And I don't think that every episode record. What the hell am I doing? Let's do a different. Like, I'm totally on autopilot here. Let's do another level. Kind of mix it up a bit. Special stage. Sure. How do I pick one? Like, what do I need to do? I want this one. Give it to me. Are these locked or something? What's wrong? Oh, I see. You have to go to start. Yeah. Oh, Gavin, thank you. My videos got you to switch to Linux? Wow. Thank you. Thank you. That's great. What did I say, or what did I do? Whoa, what are these balloons? I was looking at the chat and then I started bouncing. Oh, I was just hitting these. Oh, wow, these balloons are something. Yeah, but seriously, thank you for that. That's great. I know a lot of people, it seems like a lot of people get butthurt about these Distro Delves episodes where they're like, you didn't dive deep enough into the distro, and it's not that I disagree, really, because it's true. Like with Silverblue, I could have dove really deep into all sorts of stuff. Like I didn't even really talk about Toolbox, but the purpose of the episode of any episode is to look at a distro from just like a regular user's perspective. Maybe they've got some technical chops, but they're not going to be doing development. And a regular user is not. I mean, whether the developers like it or not, regular users will never use containers. Ever. It will never happen. Period. Flatpaks and snaps are about as close as you're going to get to regular end users using containers. So with that said, there's not really any reason to show Podman as like an alternative to using a regular application. Like it just, I guess in retrospect I could have, but I don't see a lot of value in it. Snaps suck. I mean, from just like a regular end user's perspective, yeah, I think that they have a lot of deficiencies. But from an enterprise business perspective, the features that snaps offer are just killer. They're so good. I'm a regular user and you hate how much, yeah, I mean, they have a lot of problems. For just like regular end users, there's a lot of improvements. Your episode about why you use Linux, why you just like to tinker. You related to it. That's great. Well, hell, I'll have to make another video like that. Or just talk about this on stream. That's what tomorrow's stream is going to be about. Like, I've got another SSD over here. I think it's like, yeah, it's like a copy of what I bought two of these for something. And I've got the spare here. Tap on it, do a little ASMR, and I figured it would be fun to just throw distro on there and explore it on stream with everybody. Like it's like Distro Delves, but it's less of a I don't know. Distro Delves Encores are they're specific. They're like follow-ups. In this case, it's almost like correcting some of the mistakes I made in the episode with things. But tomorrow's stream is just going to be me installing Tumbleweed and just like futzing around with it because that's what I like to do. Flatpaks suck for, yeah, they do actually. I don't if you saw what I was trying to do with Zenotic, trying to pass arguments to the Flatpak, it wasn't easy. Snaps, since everything is just at the in the bin. Oh, sorry, home directories outside of home are not supported. Yeah, you can't even use it. Can't even use it. All right, well, hold up. Let's see if we can install Slurm. That's my snap, if you were wondering, the snap that I've been working on. You've been learning how to get CLI programs from GitHub? Who uses Flatpaks for CLIs? Snap has a Viber unofficial, which is useless, and Flatpaks have a visor with Jark theme. Viber, whatever. Yeah, there's a lot of improvements that they can make. For example, if you wanted to share the latest version of a compiler, you would use snaps. I mean, latest CLang and GCC. I mean, you could have with like Fedora's toolbox, you could have different toolboxes for each compiler version, and it would be like a clean room, and you could just clone the base image and just have a whole bunch of these different clean rooms. Like I get it, I get the value. It's just it's not as useful as they make it sound like it is. Like that's a very specific use case. You know what I'm saying? Like what and when are you going to need 5 different versions of the same compiler? Like I don't doubt that you may need it at some point, but you won't need it. I won't need it. Maybe like Joe will need it for a project one time, and in which case using Toolbox would be cool, but it's not as big of a deal as they make it sound like it is. How do you change the snap folder thing so it's not in the middle of your home directory? You can't. From what I understand, you cannot. That is a feature, and that's not something that they're interested in changing. And that is something I do not like about snaps. A DevOps series coming soon. I was doing the Code Something series for a while, but those coding videos are really laborious to produce, and they don't get a lot of throughput and traction, so I don't really have a lot of incentive to make them. And there's also a lot of, like, I was doing coding videos years ago before there was a lot of people doing them, and now like Jeff Geerlang is on YouTube and he's doing crazy stuff, and he's somebody I really look up to, and I mean his videos are way better than anything I'll ever make. So I just don't have a lot of reason to make coding videos like that anymore. Xmonad and Vim win? Never. That's not my style. And there's a lot of other people that do that, so I don't want to overlap. What's my affiliation with Brave? Um, I got I got I started using Brave years ago because I was interested in the founder, the JavaScript guy. His name escapes me. But I was interested in what he was doing, and the technology seemed really cool. And I was using it on my phone first as just a browser because of the ad blocking features. And I started using it on my computer. And when they started promoting Brave Rewards, Brave Payments, Brave Creators, and they went through a bunch of different names before they call it what it is now. Basically, all of my content, whether it is YouTube, my website, Twitter, GitHub, they're all like um, they're creators or whatever. I can't remember the term, but I'm not going to try to explain how the Brave thing works. It's like basically they like that. I think that's part of the problem. It's kind of difficult to explain, but basically, if you're watching this live stream with Brave right now, I get a, a slice of your intention, which is like it's I don't know how to explain it. I'll have to read about it so I can better articulate how this all works when people ask, because I'm doing a really piss poor job of it. Have I tried out Dino? I've never heard of it. Brave is neat. You can't get over Firefox. Yeah, Teal still uses Firefox because Firefox has really fantastic history and bookmark syncs. Compared to Firefox, what's better? Firefox is really in a league of its own because it uses its own layout engine. So like all of the browsers out there are just based on Chrome, so it's you basically have all of the pros and cons of Chrome with a different UI basically, but Firefox is its own thing. So I don't think that you could like I still use Firefox for lots of things. It's just different. Have I tried Qt browser? No, I've not. See you later, Farron. It's good having you. Good sticking around. Going to bed? I don't blame you. All right, so yeah, so let's do this. Okay. I always forget the command. I'm just gonna look it up. Oh, I was gonna say what? Hey, who's that? Who's that right there? That's me. Oh. All right, here we go. Here's this. This will answer the question. I think snap commands are really weirdly obscure, and if you miss something, it doesn't help you try to. It's just annoying. Hey, how about that? So it turns out you can, in fact, run snaps on Silverblue. There it is. All of the services are running. Oh, the commands don't work though. The daemons do, but the commands don't. Can you get a GUI snap to work? I don't know. Let's try it. Let's give it a shot. What is this like turned into? We're on Silverblue and I'm installing snaps and stuff. What the hell kind of black magic is this? Striped asked you questions related to a video you did years ago and you had to watch it again. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, Firefox has some cool features because the engine is based on Rust. Yeah, that is cool. You're becoming more of an Arch type user? An archetype or an arch type? Arch is pretty darn cool. Wow. What is going on here? What is my connection on this machine? Maybe my connection is just like terrible. There is an issue. It's not bad. Upload speeds isn't bad. Sometimes Snap connects to slow servers. Yeah, this isn't bad at all. Yeah, it's not my internet speed. What's my go-to? My go-to language for everything is Node.js. Or no, that's not true. Okay, yeah, that is true. My platform of choice is Node. You think I should stop it? It's like done. I thought maybe not. Did it crash? Oh, what the hell's going on? Oh, the whole thing locked up. My platform of choice is Node. My language of choice is probably just JavaScript, but I like TypeScript a lot too. And CoffeeScript is fine also, but I can program in pretty much anything that I'm needed. I can, you know, as long as I have Google, I can make my way through anything. Might be worth looking into Deno because of Node stuff. Deno. Oh, well, this is unexpected. A secure runtime for JavaScript and TypeScript, you say? Please go on. Huh. I'll read about this tonight. This is interesting. Nope. Snaps don't. You can install them, but they don't work because of the symlinks aren't behaving right because the file system is immutable. Okay. Oh, is it because I canceled it? Really? Let's try it again. You like app images? If they had a package manager? Yeah, they don't, do they? App images is kind of weird. Does remove RF work? I don't know. We'll get there. I have an idea. I've got an idea on how I can total out the file system. A secure runtime for JavaScript and TypeScript. It uses V8 and is built in Rust. I don't know if I like this right here. I feel like that would make everything a pain in the ass. What distro do you use on your main machine? Neon right now. Kde Neon. It supports TypeScript out of the box. That's kind of interesting. Fedora and Opensuse don't work for you? What's wrong with Opensuse? Do I rice it? Do I rice Neon? I've done streams on my Neon before. It's not really. It looks pretty stock except for a few minor things that I've changed. There's your boy right here, Mr. Node.js himself. Interesting. First class TypeScript support. Hey, I heard my name. Rice. I mean, basically ISOs running inside of a thing. Yeah, that's why I actually like that about app images. They're just very simple. They're not like security focused. I mean, they're more about the app delivery. What do I use for an IDE? VS Code. Always and only VS Code. I am much more interested in productivity and pragmatism. Like I get their thing. I don't get actually the reasons. All the reasons I've heard for disliking VS Code have been bad. Is there a minimal version of OpenSUSE? Um, I mean, you could install it with the net installer and install just a very like just the minimal stuff. That would be small. OpenSUSE is not very big to begin with. Holy smokes. All right, I think that it might be time to start thinking about ways of hosing up the system. Mint install is the best GUI software store. I think I might agree with you on that. What? Each tab has its own size profile? That's jarring. I don't know if I like that. Why did I migrate from elementary? Because all of the little bugs and other issues I was having on elementary was kind of wearing me down, and the hard drive that it was on failed. So I had no choice but to reinstall it or install something different. So I was already like, eh. So that's why. Do I still play Hitman? It's funny you say that because I've been thinking a lot about Hitman, and my friend Teal just played Hitman 2 on his Linux box, so it should work just fine. Have a good night, Scuff Pake. Sleep well. So yeah, Jamie, I do play Hitman. Hitman 2 runs well. Yeah, I gotta get it. That's a fun game. I have a lot of fun with that. You find VS Code with your slow with the Vim key bindings? I find VS Code slow when using its Vim key bindings. Interesting. All right, I don't know if this is going to finish. I don't think that it will work either way. So I think that it is time to see if we can hose up the system. Are vanilla Debian suitable for gaming? Yeah, sure. Why not? You mean Debian stable? You probably wouldn't see the best performance because it would have, older drivers and stuff. But yeah, there's nothing. It'd be fine if you want to use Debian. There's nothing. There's no reason not to besides older drivers. But snaps are very slow. This is abnormal. I work with snaps every day, and this is really strange. It's not even downloading. It's automatic. It's trying to connect the required plugs. So this is like an internal thing. Okay, so let's see what kind of damage we can do. This terminal is running on the host system. You may want to try out the toolbox for a directly mutatable. Maybe you should introduce Unity games into the Distro Delves checklist. That opens a box, or that road leads down a path to questioning like, well, why not this game? Why not that game? Why not this? Why not that? So, yeah. Okay. So this probably won't work. Read-only file system, you say? I mean, should we try to go out with a bang and do the old RMF? Oh, I don't even think it evaluated that. Oh, here you go. Yeah, see, even though Snap was installed, it doesn't work right. Oops, no, I don't want to install it. Just kidding. Oh, maybe it actually hosed something. Because now Snap List won't work. That's weird. Lexd? Something changed. Something got deleted in var. Because remember, Lexd worked at first. And now it doesn't. So something got deleted when I ran that RF. Ha! We're going to unplug the SSD. Okay. Stop. Does it? I don't know if it worked. It had an interesting side effect. I don't think it's evaluating the wildcard like it should be. Uh-oh. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, guys, we hosted up. It's done. Yeah, it's done. We hosted it. Yeah, look at that. It's done. I'm not actually sure how I did it, but it's done. Was it the OS tree directory that I killed that did it? Do I care what init system a distro uses? I prefer systemd because I'm familiar with it. I'm not actually sure what did it, to be honest. Is sudo still here? No, see, this is saying it's missing in the user directory. I tried to wipe the user directory. Oh my god, look at all the icons. Yeah, it's hosed. The background just looks like haiku. I appeared. What do I think of the new Lenovo announcement? It's cool. I'm happy for him. Oh! What changed? What? It just noped. What happened? Wow, okay. I unplugged the SSD, no? I unplugged the Brunchmarks SSD, but that was a while ago. Haiku Distro Delves? Oh, there will 100% be haiku on Distro Delves. I'm really looking forward to it. I need to whittle down the distros that people have requested first, though, before I do that. But yeah, I definitely want to get to that. Jailbreak Silverblue. I wasn't expecting it to be this easy. I had backup plans for how to wreck this thing. If I knew that it was going to be this easy, I wouldn't have just like started hammering on folders I knew that were dangerous. I would have started with the easy stuff. I'm guessing that the OS tree folder is what killed it, but why is that like? So I mean, if you guys remember the part in the episode, if you find yourself constantly hosing up your file system, it would appear that if you have development habits that, or if you have personal scripts that do really dangerous stuff to the file system, I don't think that using Silverblue is going to stop you from killing your file system. Damn. I had some other stuff I wanted to test, and now I can't. Okay. So we got a kernel panic. Have I ever looked at GUX or BoxOS? No, I've not. I don't think I've heard of either of those. GUIX sounds familiar, but not BoxOS. I've never heard of that. Oh! How did we get here? Alright, which one do I choose? What do I do here? I'm not sure how I got to this screen, but which one should I choose? Are there any Silverblue guys in chat? I want to choose the right one because I don't know how I got here. I don't know if I can get here again. I didn't even do anything. Like, I rebooted and poof, here I was. Oh, NixOS. Yeah, I have heard of NixOS. Do one. Okay. Choose the second one. Got it. I mean, what do you think we should do? I could bust the old guitar out while we wait for this thing to come back. We got options. Try EndeavourOS. I already did that. Is there an entirely CLI based distro, like a server distro? Like Ubuntu server? Previous image of it. Boot into the second entry. Hit E and then inspect the boot command. Okay. If I can, I don't know how I even got to that bootloader to begin with, but I'll try. Did I destroy all? I think I did too, but that shouldn't be possible. I didn't even touch anything. I didn't even have time to look. I was reading chat and it just like the bootloader flashed and that was it. I think it's done. I think we're done here. So, yeah, I mean, like I said in the episode, like I'm confused. Like I'm unsure what this is all about. One of the things that they promote about Silverblue is that the file system is immutable and you can't do bad things with it, but obviously you can. And before anybody is like, well, they never actually said that, they absolutely did. I remember reading an article before I did the voiceover because I wanted to make sure I got my story straight. And I read an article from Chris Smart, I think, and it talked about not being able to wreck the file system. And that's actually where I got the idea of saying, if you're the kind of developer that's wrecking your root file system, you might want to reevaluate your development practices. Like, I don't know how people are like. Let me ask chat. Have you guys ever accidentally hosed up your root file system before? Like I said in the video, I've done it one time, once, using a recursive chmod in a way I shouldn't have. And I was able to recover it pretty fast. But have you guys ever accidentally hosed your root file system? Just like boom, it's gone? Like I don't know how much of that is like is that something people actually do? So we've got 3 no's, you've killed the Xconfigs twice. It could happen to anyone. You've done it on BTRFS? Hey Robert, when you first started using Linux in 2000 and you ran as root all the time. Travis, no. Each time you've hosed something, yeah, I have burned myself messing around with partitions so many times. And you'll see in the stream tomorrow that when I do anything disk or partition related, I take all of the drives out of the computer and then because I don't want to accidentally do it to the wrong drive or something. Yeah, you can do some serious damage accidentally by screwing around with partitions. But I've never one time with the chmod, and it didn't hose the files. So it's not like I deleted it or anything. It just screwed the permissions up really bad, and it was causing me problems. So I restored a snapshot. But even if you do somehow find yourself wrecking your file system, Silverblue won't stop you from doing it because if you have like a loop or something that goes through each directory, it'll hit the OS tree directory and then poof, your system's dead. Yeah, the distro is dead. This is the last time I'm going to try it, and then we're done. DD got you one time? Was that a command that you copied from like an article or something? Yeah, commands like that where like you have to format a file system or something with DD, those can be sketchy. The only time your laptop got hosed was from Manjaro update. Yeah, mine too. What's the next Delve going to be in? Well, if I could boot into the system, I would show you. But you can go to the Distro Delves repo on GitHub, and there are 2 projects listed there, and one of them is these episodes, and I've got 2 on the cooker right now. You accidentally deleted all of the partitions the first time you installed Linux? Yeah. Yeah, disk partitioning can be scary. Okay, folks, I'm done. Silverblue is done. So, with everybody here at the end of the video, I think, like I said, installing the NVIDIA drivers was not as complicated as the articles I read made it sound. So I was incorrect in the video when I said that NVIDIA drivers was a pain in the ass. It actually wasn't bad. It was 3 commands, and it was very simple. So I'm going to write a Medium article this weekend correcting my mistake in that video. And I mean, Silverblue is fine. You know, I still don't know exactly who it appeals to. It's a little weird. I think that a number of claims made by the people that use it and develop it are exaggerated, maybe. I mean, it's fine if using the toolbox and all this stuff is the kind of stuff you're into and it appeals to you, then you should use it. But I think that saying that this is the future of Linux on the desktop is, well, I mean, I just hosed it. I just hosed Silverblue doing something that they said wouldn't work. I literally just ran a command and wrecked it after they said that won't kill it. Oh yeah, watch me, and then I killed it. So I don't know. That kind of summarizes my feelings on Silverblue. If you like it, if it's technology you're interested in it, knock yourself out. But for everybody else, for me, it's just not. I'm just not impressed. Okay, that's it. Did I try Toolbox? Yeah, we played around with the Toolbox. It's fine. It's deeper than I would go in a Distro Delves episode. It's just a wrapper around Podman. It allows you to manage containerized. Think of it like Python virtual environments. That's not exactly what it is, but it's a gross generalization of what it is. It's kind of the same idea. All right. That's it, folks. This has been fun. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. I could keep going, but I need to wrap this up. When is the next stream? The next stream is in roughly 12 hours from now. The next stream. It will be me installing and faffing about on Opensuse Tumbleweed, so stay tuned for that. Thank you, folks. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We will see you later.